Yo guys, welcome to RenderRam, my name is Jacob, and today I have a cool story to tell you. So recently, I had a chance to meet an actual 3ds Max developer. And how do you meet a 3ds Max developer? Well, when you meet that person, you're not gonna go and say, "Hi, my name is Jacob, how are you? Nice to meet you." No. You just go straight to it. There's this bug, and it's in Max for years, and you're not fixing it, blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, the person who I'm talking about is called Zap Anderson. And Zap and I had a really cool conversation. And there was this one part of the conversation that kind of shifted my mind, my reality of things. And I just want to share it with you guys, just to kind of demystify what was kind of dragging in our industry for forever. So you know when, for example, a new Windows gets released, let's say Windows 11. It got released, let's say today. Are you gonna update? Well, no, because there are tons of bugs probably that need to be fixed, and I don't want to, destroy my system or whatever. Well, that kind of, thing is generally dragged also in Max community. So when a new Max gets released, well, not many people jump straight to the new release because, they first need to fix bugs, you need to wait for some service packs or hotfixes or whatever it's called. But Zap tells a different story. By the way, speaking of Zap, so let me just get this right. Zap is Max dev, right? But technically, he is principal engineer working with rendering in 3ds Max. That sounds like a badass position. Anyhow, Zap tells a different story. He says that when it comes to updates and when it comes to major version, so major version is basically Max 2023, 2024, 2025, those are major versions. But updates are what's in the middle. So 2023.1, 0.2, 0.3, those are updates. So Zap says that they don't have actually planned, like this big thing to be released on every major version. They literally have batches of updates and bug fixes or new features that they need to implement. Whichever bug fix and new feature or whatever update hits, the new version timeline or the major timeline, it's gonna be called a major version. And when you think about it, that basically means that Max 2024 is nothing but a Max 2023.4. So when you have, the only difference is, like, when you have updates, 2023, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, the fourth one is not going to be named 2023.4, it's going to be 2024 Max. Well, the only difference is they just, theoretically just do save as new version, or they update the SDK, which is gonna break the plugin compatibility, etc. But yeah, that whole realization was kind of mind-blowing to me, because I know a lot of people have fear of upgrading to a new major version of Max, but they don't have a fear of applying updates, because updates are good and new major versions are tricky. Like when I would be personally encountering some bugs, etc., they weren't connected necessarily with the major versions. They were update dependent. Sometimes it would be a major version, sometimes it would be just an update. So I just wanted to clarify this whole, thing that's floating in the air, like when the new version comes, don't update, blah, blah, blah. Because if you're gonna jump instantly when a new update comes, if you're gonna install it instantly, well, knowing this, there is no reason not to install the next version, which is a major version, for example. When it comes to types of updates, he says also they don't have this specific kind of drumroll element for the major version. They're not, like holding onto some things so that they could be released in the major version. They just have a batches of updates. And, sometimes a good update is gonna hit the major version. Sometimes a good update is just gonna hit, an update. For example, I'm using Max 2022, and when 2023 came out, I was like, it does have some cool stuff, but it's not critical for me to update. But then 2023.2 came out, and it got that sick new array. And I was like, damn, why wasn't this introduced into the whole 2023 thing? Well, as Zap says, It's just the next batch of updates. Like there is no rule about it. There is no big bang thing when the new version comes and you're gonna get all these mind-bending features. You know, if it was for them, they would not, you know, bother with the whole 2024, 2025, 2026 thing. They would just apply update over update over update over update. And, I mean, that would be the easiest thing for them. But, you know, Autodesk has their rules, and every year there has to be a new version. So once a year, they need to press save as different version. Do you know what's also interesting? I always thought that Max developers are gonna be this boring nerds. Look at this. Zap creates his own music. And this is all improvised. It's a live music. That's him, that's Zap. And that's his shrimp friend. And Zap plays the guitar and all these synths, etc. It's a trippy electronic music. Go to the twitch.tv and there is his channel, Zap Anderson. Look, he has tons of streams. He streams really, really often. And the cool thing is, he even sings in these streams. So you can even catch Zap singing about his daily struggles at work, or singing about bugs or max features or whatever. Now, how awesome is that? Anyhow, check out Zap's work. It's mind-bending amazing. But you know who else listens to Zap's music and updates Max, whether if it was an update or a major version? Evermotion. Now, did you know that Getty Images sues Stability AI? Now that's a news. I know everybody's been fighting, you know, against the AI things, etc. Well, if you missed that news, head over to evermotion.org and read all about it in this article. Again, their site is regularly updated with all the new works and models, etc. Also, head over to the shop and just see what's popping there. You have tons of cool stuff. Again, you have some free stuff. Maybe start getting Christmas props for next year, who knows? And yeah, that's it. So, thank you guys for watching. I have some really important business to do now. See you in the next video. Bye.